Welcome to Health Matters. Today we're here with Jocelyn McLeod and Karen Kloss of the Organizing Committee for the International Women's Day. Welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about International Women's Day?
International Women's Day, of course, is recognized internationally, and normally it's on March 8th. This year here in Moose Jaw, we're holding an event on the 14th, however, but oftentimes events take place anytime during the month of March. So International Women's Day began, I believe it was 1910, 1911, and it was in response to poor working conditions and experiences that women were having in the labor field. Since that time, it's kind of grown to not only look at labor conditions, but all living conditions that women face internationally. We were just discussing an article that says that in Canada, according to a survey of the G20 countries, Canada is the best place to live being a woman. That said, there are still many ways that women don't have the same equality or the same rights and opportunities as men. And so it's a day to really reflect on how far we've come and the work that's left to do for women.
As a member of the committee, what is being organized here in Moose Jaw around International Women's Day?
Well, what we decided is that there was a video that was released called Misrepresentation, and what it did is it focused on how women are being viewed more as sex symbols and sexual objects in the media, and how that can portray into real life settings and politics and things like that, how politicians, the males, it's about what their theories are and what they want to see happen, where it's about what the women are wearing as opposed to what they're trying to achieve in their politics as well. So it's just kind of raising that awareness, and so what we wanted to do is we wanted to film that movie Misrepresentation at the Cultural Center for high school students, but as well as the general public. So we actually have two screenings. One's in the afternoon for the high school students, which is going to be free for them, but one at night is $5 for the general public, and we'll have coffee and some treats and things like that. That will be a night out on the town, I guess. And but what we also have is we have a Facebook and a Twitter account to not make this a one-day event. We want to see this actually continuing forward, and people to be aware when they're watching TV at home, seeing these women on the screen, and say like, okay, that's just not right, and to think of it not as a norm anymore, but to recognize that it's not something we want to be desensitized for our children. So we had created a Facebook account. It's MJ's Not Buying It, because we don't buy that sex sells, or that women should be portrayed as sex symbols in order to sell a product that has nothing to do with women selling their bodies. So we also have a Twitter account that is MJ Not Buying It, and the hashtag is #NotBuyingIt, and that actually came from the Misrepresentation organization. So it's a worldwide phenomenon for this Twitter account, and there's some really great posts and tweets that have been about commercials and stuff like that, especially the Super Bowl commercials. There was a lot of people posting about that and saying, this just doesn't make sense, and it's nice to be having those people ask those questions.
Can you tell us about misrepresentation? What can people expect to learn from this, and is there a cost?
Well, I think the intention of the video is to get people thinking critically about the media that we subscribe to, and even about popular culture in general. The video very much focuses on American media because it is American made, but because in Canada we subscribe to much of the same media, there's certainly a lot of relevance here as well. There's interviews with people like Jane Fonda, Gina Davis, Gloria Steinem, Condoleezza Rice. It's very well-rounded in terms of people that spend a lot of time in the media and how they're portrayed. As Jocelyn said, oftentimes women are asked, who designed their dress, instead of what are your thoughts on an issue. And women need to know, people need to know that women are more than just their looks and their youth and that sort of thing. So the video really calls people to task to think about those things and to critically look at the media and the culture that we live.
Once again, can you tell us where and when the event is being held and where people can pick up their tickets?
The public event is being held the evening of March 14th at 6 p.m. The doors will open at the Cultural Center. Tickets are $5, and they're available in advance from the Cultural Center, Rapture Spa, or at the Multicultural Gateway office on Main Street as well.
Thank you for telling us about International Women's Day and this amazing event. We'll see you there.